Why, hello there. Okay, so today I want to talk about the idea that there are any exercises or lifts that you absolutely must do, and how that's more of a hindrance and more of a harmful mindset than anything else, especially if you're starting out. This idea that there are lifts you must do is probably gonna make you hate the process, or in the worst case scenario, get you to hurt yourself. Because the truth is, everybody is built differently. We all have our own unique limb lengths, different muscle insertions, heights, things like that. And certain lifts may just not agree with you. And this video in particular, I guess, will have to center over the bench, squat, and deadlift, because all of YouTube fitness for the most part is powerlifting centric, and people primarily care about strength performance on this platform for the most part. And the truth is, guys, these lifts are great, and they can absolutely build you a lot of muscle and give you a great base in the long run. But sometimes you're just not built to do them in a safe manner that you can keep up. Like me, for example, I absolutely detest deadlifting. It feels like garbage every single time. My shins are getting torn up. I feel like I'm gonna vomit between every single rep. If I eat anything within like a 2-hour window, it's just coming right back up. You know what I mean? Like it's miserable. And no matter how good my form is, my back, it always feels worn out and beat up. No matter what, I cannot recover fast enough for my next leg workout. And eventually it gets to the point where the fatigue just accumulates, and I either tweak my back or I just can't perform optimally. Like every other workout is just drained because of it. And so I just don't do the conventional deadlift anymore, or just deadlift in general, because it's not really something I have to do. I'm not a power lifter. You know, I don't participate in powerlifting. I don't compete. So it's like, why do I even bother doing the lift if I fucking hate it? I'm only doing it because of social pressure, you know what I mean? People are telling me, or you're seeing it online, that this is the workout to be doing, this is the exercise to be doing, and it's like the benchmark for everything, right? The deadlift, like how your 1 rep max on that right now is like a fucking badge of honor. Oh, I deadlift 700 pounds. Like, sick, bro. You have amazing leverages. Your arms, while you're standing up, are almost down to your fucking knees. You know what I mean? Yeah, of course you can deadlift 700 pounds. You have an amazing build for it, and you can take it. Your recovery is great. I don't. For me, it feels like garbage. You know what I mean? So I just do Romanian deadlifts. I do good mornings. I do hyperextensions. I work my posterior chain in other ways, and I literally have no issue growing that area with those exercises. So why am I gonna then do the deadlift if I don't want to? And that's all this video really comes down to at the end of the day. Guys, if there's a lift that you are currently doing that you absolutely detest, and you only do it because it's socially admirable and acceptable, and people encourage you to do it, and it's just what is kind of the in thing right now, understand that that way of going about it could really make you hate this process and hinder your growth in the long run, and potentially even injure you. If an exercise gives you pain and it doesn't agree with you, you don't have to do it. There's a bunch of workarounds, and this is why I prefer bodybuilding, you know what I mean? Because with bodybuilding, there's a million ways to skin the cat. You can do a bunch of different variations of the lift that accommodate your anthropometry, and you can actually like do with proper recovery and less risk of injury. Like I said, in the case of the deadlift, you can do Romanian deadlifts, you can do good mornings, you can do hyperextensions, you could do Zercher deadlifts, there's a bunch of other different variations that you can do to get the same effect, but without the whole, it feeling like garbage, you know what I mean? Same thing can apply for the bench press. If doing the bench press hurts your shoulders, if it hurts your elbows, your wrists, and you find that you could just never recover from it, then you could do a machine press. You know, you could do weighted push-ups, you could do dips, there's a bunch of different options for you if you just think outside the box and get out of this like big three mindset and look at all the exercises available to you and use that entire arsenal to give you a well-rounded, developed physique. And yeah, so I guess That's the moral of the story here. Don't feel pressure to do certain things just because everybody else is doing them. If you are not a powerlifter, don't train like a powerlifter. It's fine. But if you are a powerlifter, I mean, you're kind of fucked in this case. You kind of have to, just get around it, I guess. You're gonna have to deadlift. You're gonna have to squat. You're gonna have to bench. Those you live and die by those lifts. So, if you're a powerlifter, obviously this video doesn't really apply to you. But if you're literally anybody outside of that, bro, like, you do what the fuck you want to do. Like, there's really no rules there. But yeah, so sayonara.